That's a pop of flavor. Wow. All right guys, today we're cooking lamb two ways. I've got two types of lamb. I've got the bone-in chops right here, and I've also got a small lamb loin. It's tied together. Now this lamb is not just any lamb. This is from Fagerman Farms, and the cool thing about it is that it's kind of the Wagyu of lamb, basically. So it's got low melting point fat, good marbling. It's very high in omega-3s, which is good for your cholesterol and your heart. Fagerman Farms was kind of, their claim to fame was that they were the first ones to bring this to the United States. It's Australian white lamb. Something kind of cool about that is that the lamb is actually bred to have a fur as opposed to a wool, which apparently changes the genetics and takes some of the gamey flavor out of it. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna work on is the bone-in loin. Now these are tiny little dudes, but as you can imagine, they would be kind of like that. We could French them, but I'm gonna leave this meat on them. I think it's gonna taste good, the rib meat and everything. First thing I wanna do is just give them a nice little coat of oil. That way our rub sticks. Anyway, we're gonna hit them with truffle and chop, of course. It's gonna be perfect for lamb. It's got a lot of herbs in there. We're gonna smoke that on the gateway at about 300 before we hit it with a hard sear at the end. Now for the loin. So these guys are kind of rolled up. The loin meat's kind of thin, so they rolled it and tied it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, just a little dose of the olive oil again. I'm gonna take some rosemary and kind of stuff it in there. Right down the middle. Help give us a little extra flavor. Go ahead and give it the same treatment, the truffle and chop. This rub is perfect for lamb. All right, they're seasoned up. They've been resting for about 20 minutes. Let's get out there and get them on the drum. All right, we're just gonna put them right on there. We've got our charcoal rolling. We're using lump charcoal. I'm not even using any wood today. We're just gonna get some nice heat on them. Try to run about straight up 300. See how this goes. Lid me, lid man. All right guys, it's been about 30 minutes. The drum is rolling. And look at that. They look beautiful. Look at all that. That's cool looking. They're done. They're about 133 right now. Whoop. Definitely want to get them off. Now it's time to take these chops and just slice them. Look at that tenderness. Juicy. They're very tender. All right, so we've got our chops out. We've got them sliced. You can see they've got tons of moisture in here. Look at that. Very good looking piece of meat. Super tender when I was cutting it. So what I'm gonna do now is just take them, dunk them in our breadcrumb, get them coated. We've got our breadcrumb that we made, and that link will be right down below. So it's gonna give us a nice texture on the outside. We're out here with our breadcrumb lamb crust. All I'm gonna do is just give it a pretty quick sear. These things are fully cooked. We don't want to take them too much farther, but we just want to get that nice crust on there. All right, guys, we've got them off. We got a beautiful char on them. Check that out. Toasted the breadcrumbs up. Got a really good sizz on these things. I'm very excited about that. We just threw together a quick spinach salad with some sliced up tomatoes, a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette, and some Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down a nice little bed of that. All right, we can just plate these bad boys up however you wanna do it. All right guys, so we've got our chops done and plated. They look fantastic. It's time to get the loin out here. We've got to take this netting off. We got a nice char on there. Look at that. That turned out really nice. Now we're gonna go ahead and take this rosy out of here as much as possible. We're just gonna go ahead and slice it. I'm gonna go about 3/4 of an inch or so. Man, that's juicy looking stuff. We went ahead and made a reduction using raspberry chipotle and just some balsamic vinegar. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up just a tiny bit of this mint and rosemary here that we had left over. Tell you what, this is fancy stuff right here. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. First off, I'm gonna try this lamb chop with the breadcrumb. Yeah, Wow. It was good without the breadcrumb, like very meaty and tasty. That breadcrumb and the garlic took it up a notch. Gave it a nice crunch. Good char flavor on that. All right, now for the loin. That's a pop of flavor. Wow. It's amazing. I'm getting a lot of the herb and the mint even, and that balsamic totally changes when it hits that. Very good compliment. Check it out. That's good eating.